Good morning, everyone. At least good morning here in Spain. I'm in Sant Feliu. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Spain, kind of like an hour and a half away from Barcelona. My name is Antonio Sangio. Some of you might know me already. I practice and teach introspective hypnosis, but I also practice QHST, Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, created by Dolores Cannon, and Life Between Lives, created by Michael Newton. Since I have a beautiful landscape here, whenever I travel, I try to speak about hypnosis and some of the concepts of spirituality and past life whenever I see some kind of this scenario. So today I would like to talk to you about victims, right? Have you ever felt a victim of somebody? A victim of the world, victim of the universe? Have you ever felt like whatever you experienced was out of your control? Let me ask you the next question. If you ever felt a victim, and we all have, I'm sure, do you blame anybody else for what happened? Do you say it's not fair? Why me? Do you blame other person because of you, now I'm feeling this way? Because of my boss, now I lost my job? Because of my husband, my wife, now I'm sad because you cheated on me, I'm having these problems. So, or maybe some of you might have not done anything. Have you ever done anything when you ever felt you were in a victim role? So what I'm trying to explain here, what I would like to explain in the next few minutes is that the victim role does not exist. Or actually, the victim role exists, but victims do not exist. There will be three roles that we will play in either this life, or maybe we'll play in past lives and we'll play in future lives. Three roles: victims, the attacker or the aggressor, or the observer. And we're going to be affected by each of those. There's no way to avoid it. It's part of our learning process. But my question to you is, do you really think victims exist? So let me give you an example. And I will start by saying victims do not exist. And that's my opinion. That's what I've been able to confirm through my sessions. That's what I've been able to confirm through the books I've read, through the teachings of Dolores Cannon, Michael Newton, I read them here. So this is what happens. In one of my sessions, this is just an example. In one of my sessions, this lady was molested and abused several times in her life since childhood. And she was molested and abused by sometimes people in her circle, right? Either family members or friends of the family. So as I was facilitating this session, she got to a point where she couldn't take it anymore and just asked this question, not again, why me? Right? So I said, okay, let's find out why you. So I asked her to go to a past life to find out if she had done anything similar in a past life. We all have done everything in past lives. So she went to the life of a soldier. She was a man, a soldier, and as she was going from town to town, she was raping women, right? So karma, which is not punishment, is the law of balance. Now it was her turn to feel in this life what those women in that life of a soldier felt as he was doing that. There are other times where we agree to play different roles. So here's another example, right? We just saw karma. So here's another example. Let's say that I go to one of the members of my soul group and I say, you know what? I need to learn about forgiveness. And this member of the soul group will say, of course, what can I do to help you? So, well, in our next incarnation, I need you to be my wife, or I need you to be my husband in case it's a woman, right? And I need you to cheat on me. I said, no, I will never do that to you. Please do it, because that is the only way for me to learn forgiveness, to go through that emotion and learn how to forgive. So we have that agreement, we reincarnate, and when I get married or this person gets married, boom, cheating happens, right? So the one feeling the victim will say, why me? This is your fault. You're an idiot. You're whatever name you want to call the other person, right? And since we forget that there was an agreement, we let a negative emotion get associated with that event. So that's my question here. If I ask this other soul to play that role in my life, am I a victim? Is the other person really the attacker or the aggressor? It's just roles that we decide to play at different points in our incarnations. Another example of playing victim or an attacker or aggressor roles is the following. Let's say that in a past life, as I said, we have done everything in past life. We have killed, we have cheated, we have done everything. It is part of our learning, it is part of our evolution. So let's say that you killed a lot of people in a past life. And as you died and you left your body, your soul said, oh my God, I've done this. I regret it. I will never, and again, I will never forgive myself. That phrase that you, as you were dying, said or thought or felt becomes a decree or a command. So in your next incarnation, since the soul is the same, soul doesn't understand time. For the soul, it's just one life with experiences in different bodies. So you will reincarnate with that thought. I will never forgive myself. So guess what? You were the aggressor, the attacker. Boom, you're now becoming the victim in the next life. And sometimes it's during sessions when they realize it's like, okay, I've been playing this role of a victim for that long. It is time to stop, and we help that person realize that. So sometimes you can say that every victim has been an aggressor at some point. I just wanted to share that a little bit, but just keep in mind that time does not exist and that your soul does not understand time. So your spirit never dies, right? So for your spirit is just one life with experiences in different bodies. And that's why we remember what happened in past lives. That's what we feel. We somatize symptoms of bodies that we had before. But today, again, I just wanted to mention to you about the victim role, because a lot of the people that come to sessions feel like victims. And here's the thing. Whenever you're facing that situation, the solution is not to run away from it. It's not to avoid it or not to forget about it. It's the opposite. Embrace that situation. Embrace that emotion, because your soul planned all those events carefully before you're reincarnated. So there's something you need to learn from that. Just embrace that, because if you run away from it, guess what? The universe is going to send you the same lesson over and over and over until you finally get it, because it's a backup plan of your soul. If I don't learn it this time, I'll send this lesson again and again and again, and it becomes a pattern. So if you think about it, see how many times in your life you live the same situation through different people. It doesn't matter where you go, who you're with. It's a pattern. Stop, think. What is it that I have to learn from this situation? Once you learn, once you embrace, once you experience, once you let your emotion process that situation where you're feeling a victim, you're going to learn your lesson and it's going to go away. But get ready, because another one is coming. This planet is a school we came here to learn. So I hope I provided a little bit more of information. Again, I'm in San Feliu, Spain. It's a beautiful place. And the weather is, let me see, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's okay. I'm not complaining, it's beautiful here. Until next time, thank you. Bye-bye.